Hello students, I am coming back with the taking a topic of IMF in a continuity manner. So in this particular video, I will deliver the remaining information of IMF. Because of in the previous video, I will deliver the information about of IMF means what is the meaning of a IMF, what is the overview of IMF, key IMF activities and IMF functions. Then in this video I will deliver the information about of objectives of IMF and so on. So first we have discussed about of objectives of IMF. So a lot of objectives of IMF is available in the particular history, but some of them are discussed here. The first one, to promote internationally monetary cooperation, to facilitate the expansion and balanced growth of international trade, and to promote exchange rate stability. The next objective is to make its resources available to its members who are experiencing balance of payment problems, and to establish a multilateral system of payments. These are the basic objectives of IMF. Then, after discussing the objectives, we have discussed about of conditionality. So, what are the conditionality of IMF? The first one is IMF lends to its member countries, ensuring that members are pursuing policies that will improve external payment problems. The next one is commitment to implement corrective measures. The first conditionality is IMF lends to its member countries, ensuring that members are pursuing policies that will improve external payment problems. Second one is a commitment to implement corrective measures, and the last one is to repay in a timely manner. These points represent the concept of a conditionality of IMF. Then we have discussed about of membership of IMF. The IMF currently has a near global membership of 186 countries. To become a member, a country must apply and then be accepted by a majority of the existing members. And upon joining, each member of the IMF is assigned a quota based broadly on its relative size in the world economy. So these are the concept of a membership of IMF. Then we have discussed about of SDR means special drawing rights. SDR is an international reserve assets. So the meaning of a SDR means special drawing rights. I will explain in the form of a points. So the first point is SDR is an international reserve assets. Second one is supplements members' existing reserve assets like gold, forex. Third one is a unit of account for IMF operations and transactions. Value of SDR is based on basket of major currencies used in international business. Next point is weights assigned show relative importance. These are the concept of a SDR. Then we have discussed about of organization subscriptions. The subscriptions of IMF is the first one is a member quota subscription determine the maximum amount of financial resources the member is obliged to provide to the IMF. A member must pay its subscriptions in full upon joining the IMF, means up to 25% must be paid in the IMF's own currency, called special drawing rights, or widely accepted currencies, such as the dollar, euro, yen, pound sterling, and so on. And the voting power and accessing to finance. These are the subscriptions. Then we have discussed about of organization, governance structure. The board of governors is the highest decision making body of the IMF. It consists of one governor and one alternative governor for each member country. The governor is appointed by the member country and is usually the Minister of Finance or head of the central bank. Allah nahi. So, while the Board of Governors has delegated most of its powers to the IMF's executive board, it retains the right to approve quota increases, SDR allocations, the admittance of new members, compulsory withdrawal of members, and by law, it also elects or appoints executive directors. The Board of Governors of the IMF and the World Bank Group normally meet once a year. The IMF Board of Governors is advised by two ministerial committees. The International Monetary and Financial Committee, means IMFC, and the Development Committee like DC. The IMFC has 24 members drawn from the pool of 186 governors. And the IMF's 24 members executive board take care of the daily business of the IMF. Together, these 24 board members represent all 186 countries. Then the concept of our finances is to be discussed in the form of two categories. The first one is the quotas, the second one is the gold. So what is the meaning of a quotas and what is the meaning of a gold? The IMF resources come mainly from the money that countries pay as their capital subscriptions when they become members. Quotas broadly reflect the size of each member's economy. The larger a country's economy in terms of output and the larger and more variable its trade, the larger its quota tend to be. They also help determine how much countries can borrow from the IMF, and their share is allocations of SDR. And the IMF, in terms of a gold, the IMF holds a relatively large amount of gold among its assets for reasons of financial soundness, also to meet unforeseen contingencies. The IMF holds 103.4 million ounces of gold. Clear? So these are the concept of finances. Then we have discussed about of history of IMF. So the IMF has played a part in shaping the global economy since the end of the World War II. So we have discussed about of history of IMF in terms of the following points. The first one is the cooperation and reconstructions. During the Great Depression of 1930s, countries attempted to shore up their failing economies by sharply raising barriers to foreign trade, devaluing their currencies to compete against each other for export markets, and curtailing their citizens' freedom to holding foreign exchange. And the second point, the Bretton Woods Agreement. So the IMF was conceived in July 1994, in July 1944, when representatives of 45 countries meeting in the town of Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, US agreed on a framework of international economic cooperation to be established after the Second World War. They believed that such a framework was necessary to avoid a repetition of the disastrous economic policies that had contributed to the Great Depression. The IMF came into formal existence in December 1945 when its first 29 members countries signed its Article of Agreement. It began operations on March 1947. Later that year, France became the first country to borrow from the IMF. And the third point is the end of the Bretton Woods system, like as 1972 to 81. So by the early 1960s, the US dollar's fixed value against gold. Under the Bretton Woods system of fixed exchange rates was seen as overvalued. In August 1971, US President Richard Nixon announced the temporary suspension of the dollar's convertibility into gold. So, since the collapse of the Bretton Woods system, IMF members have been free to choose any form of exchange arrangement they wish, allowing the currency to float freely, purchasing it to another currency or a basket of currencies, adopting the currency of another country, participating in a currency bloc, or forming part of a monetary union. So this is a detailed history of IMF. So I will try to complete all the details relating to the IMF in this video. So I think these videos make a lot of help to all of you for knowing the meaning of a IMF. So please try to read and watch this video from beginning to the last. For discussion of a IMF, for detailed descriptions of IMF, I will design the two videos. So please write the part 1 and part second completely, because I think these two videos make more help, provide a lot of help to enhancing our knowledge about of IMF. So at last I say thank you all of you